Hello ladies, gents and smelly buttworts, we returned to Spelunky. I felt like doing some random speedruns, just no pressure, no kind of nonsense objective, just speedruns, no daily challenge, nothing at all. I just want to get through the game fast, like this is a genuine desire to actually get a speedrun done. It has been a long ass time, an extremely long time. Since I actually succeeded at a speedrun, it's always just been failure after failure after failure after failure. This man just has to die. And this is probably the reason why I fail all the time, because I see this man and I rain death upon his person. I just must. I have this compulsion to absolutely obliterate them and everything they represent. Ah, jeez. Well, at least the spikes didn't catch me, huh? At least there's that amazing little nugget of silver lining. I guess I'm doing this and then I'm going to go over here, totally stomp him, get the hell out. Already at 1 point of health. This particular run does not have amazing prospects going forward, and I'm going to just blame, like, this is going to be my blanket excuse. Woo. Blanket excuse for the entirety. You scum! You thought you could catch me. Ah! Okay, this is totally gonna work. Wow, I thought for sure that was not close enough, but at least it worked out. My blanket excuse is that I am just exhausted. I'm exhausted from work. I'm exhausted from just all the nonsense I've had to put up with this week. It's just been a never-ending cavalcade of real-life struggles that have prevented me from, let alone working on the other things that I want to work on. Like, wow, a Yangshi just killed me. I was whining last week about, man, I got all this work with the I got all this work with the campaign. By the way, only 4 days left. 4 days left to get the last of the wicked on this campaign. I haven't decided yet. Like, I've had a few requests to extend it a little bit because some people can't afford it until their next paycheck. So I might, like, out of consideration for these people, I don't want to lose their opportunity, you know. But officially, it is 4 days left on the campaign, Last of the Wicked, my new novel that I've worked so damn hard on. It is about Meredith, a struggling witch, just trying so hard to make ends meet in the land of the wicked. Wonderful witch story with absolutely terrible things happening, but you know, you'll get a few laughs as well. It's supposed to be humorous fantasy, but with an edgy side of it. It's quite. Here's this way: you've never read something like it. You'll never read something like it from this point forward. It's something that my books will always be different. Don't know if they will be the absolute most amazing thing you'll ever read. I believe so. There is a lot of craft put into there. I have been writing for this legit boasting, but it's true. Writing for, is it 20 years already? I've been honing my craft for 18 years. I've been growing through my own practice and through a ton of feedback. And I have been consistently praised on the absolute quality of my writing. This ain't no amateurish bullshit. This is the real deal. You're going to enjoy it. Totally worth doing. And if you're not into reading, you know, support your Blargh. Support your local Blargh. And just drop in $10 and become a backer. That would be awesome. I will love you long time. Sucky $10. Let's go into another speedrun. Let's do it. After our shameless shilling that I have been neglecting for the last week because it's all been work at the day job. Holy crap, it's just been total chaos. 12-hour days, then it snows like crazy, so I had to come home and shovel. My wife's been with a concussion home all week, so it's all been, I have shouldered all the responsibility. There come the spikes. All the responsibility this week, and I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling the manly burden on my shoulders. And while I do feel like the manliest man ever to grace this earth. I also feel freaking exhausted. So, you know, it's a rough time. It's a rough time for your old Uncle Blargh here. It is. Please sympathize with me by going into the Indiegogo and making me feel really validated as a person, as a human being, as a gamer, and as a part-time pimp. I would love for you to go in there and check it out. And of course, if you don't, may the curse of 1,000 years fall upon your head. So that's why it's been a little bit of a dearth. Like, I really wanted to be far more proactive on the promotion of this thing. I wanted, like, I've tried, like, I messaged a few people, but they don't bite. They just don't bite. The thing is, what outlet is there out there? Okay. Definitely the arrow trap was. Definitely the arrow trap was already triggered. Thank you, Cobra, for being a team player. Spitting on that disgusting caveman's face. I appreciate you. I know that you were just trying to help me and it was not a random happenstance of this Spelunky engine. No, it is all about helping Paco make it through these horrendous levels of despair, because we're getting that victory. We're getting that speedrun victory. It's been so long. Holy crap, it's been long. I guess we're bombing down. This is a nightmarish configuration of a level. I mean, was that a jetpack? I'm not sure. Either way, we're getting through that exit. My record on speedrunning is 4 minutes, 20 seconds. And I always... Thank you, Blue Frog. Oh, what a team play. I'm telling you, man, even the wild creatures of the earth are trying to make me successful here. Well, I guess that frog was just giving me encouragement right there. What a nightmare of a jungle level. Even the wild creatures of Spelunky are helping me on my way today. I'm going to assume I can go down there. This is not the way. Oh, it actually is the way. I appreciate that. There was no need for the bomb, because the orange frog was exploding. Somehow made it to that exit in 20 seconds. What a cursed jungle. Holy crap. That was absolutely atrocious. Northern Lion has got me saying cursed. Now, watching, that's pretty much all that I've been able to do in my leisure time. Watch Northern Lion while I take a dump. That is it. That's it. So I've been watching his Tetris nonsense. Everything is cursed. It's all that I think about is the one word to shape my life. Well, there's the exit. Well, that was easy enough. Just take the elevator all the way down. Don't pass through the middle levels of middle management and bureaucracy. Go straight to the basement where all the fun starts. I guess we'll just... Nah, I was about to say we'll bomb our way down. How sad would that be? Have to bomb your way down in the ice caves. How absolutely atrocious needs to be the configuration of the level for you to consider putting down a bomb in the ice caves just to get through. I guess on one of them... Ooh, very helpful. Compass? One of them wet fur levels. Wet crotch levels. Probably when you would use a bomb to get through. Here's the real deal, though. The temple. It's where all the nightmares begin. Hello, Anubis. You're awful. I don't want anything to do with you. Hey, we actually got through that. It's time. It's time to beat that 420 record. I just needed a little bit of encouragement from my own brain. I am on a brand new computer. I think I am done configuring everything in this computer. It's been quite the ordeal, but it's all working. There was no real setback. It was just, you know, the entire process of migrating all my nonsense into a different computer. I have 3 health somehow, even though I've taken some hits here and there. Oh my goodness, what a nightmare. I mean, it could be worse. We've had a lot worse. Well, we made it to Olmec. Here's where we failed miserably. Has it been 420? I'm not sure. I haven't even kept track of how long it's been. So let's see if we can pull off the fast way down into Olmec. It's always a pain in the ass. I am always a failure. Is this close enough? This is definitely close enough. There you go. This is very good. We have 5 ropes, 4 bombs. So it should be doable in theory. In theory, this should not be a complete disaster. But of course, you know, this is your old Uncle Blargh who's talking. Oh! I thought for sure I had the timing right. I told you that I would mess it up. I thought for sure that I threw that rope fast enough. We had that. Oh man, I didn't even check whether we would have broken the 420 record or not. Man, that hurts in the gonads. That's absolute trash. Makes me feel like an utter failure. Just choked at the end, just like in my wedding night. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. Well, fast way down, I guess. It's alright, we'll make it there, no problem. I'm also on a bit of a time limitation today. I can't stretch this for too long. Because I am finally, my wife's recovered enough that she had quite the case of cabin fever. Oh, hello. Quite the case of cabin fever. So she was just so eager. This was a little bit of a waste of time, but we have a teleporter now, which means we're going to get to the exit immediately and no accidents are going to happen. Finally, she felt well enough to go off on her own. Oh boy. Oh, correct. Hell, I feel like I just used the teleporter as well as I can possibly expect to use the teleporter. So it's all downhill from here. I should just let it go, you know? This is a terrible nightmare from which I cannot escape. That was a weird way in which the jetpack got trapped. That was just the least convenient beehive that we could have spawned. Who could have possibly gone through that with an angry shopkeeper and a bunch of bees in the way? Maybe if I had just used liberal explosives strat, I would have maybe gone through it. What you got, friendo? Oh, this is just wrong. It's just wrong. I think I'm going to cut my losses. I'm just going to say, teleporter, I know that you are the key to all kinds of success. It's all right. I am not good enough for you. It's not you. It's me. I am just not good enough for you. I don't feel adequate. So we're just going... All right. So we're just going to simply get through it without that teleporter, and I'll have a much higher chance of actually getting somewhere. Oh boy. That's awful. Oh! The jetpack, not entirely responsible for our success so far. It's definitely helping. What a scum! You is Australian nincompoop. Ah, okay, it's all good. It's from all the trash talking I did about Australians the other day. From the land down under he comes with his pinnacle of technology. Oh, I need that. I must have that. And I will take the delay. I'll take the delay. Give me that stuff. Oh, crap. This is awful. Come on, bruh. Was that 20 seconds? 21 seconds. That's all right. Good enough. Let's see the way down. Oh. It's all noises from here on out. No, this is not the way. I have not found a way. Oh, wow. Really? You know, it gets exciting when it's all just onomatopoeia. Isn't that how you say that in English? Onomatopoeia, right? It's all just noises. Oh, nice. Oh! Got lost footing there. Lost footing there. But hey, we made it to the ice caves with a compass and a jetpack. This bodes well. It bodes well for our futures, our prospects. If we can make up all the time in the world in the ice caves, I guess we're going through this corner. All right, off you go, fellow. That was a 6-second level. Amazing. Jetpack and compass makes for extremely fast ice caves levels. Even then, though, this one was pretty tricky. It was a little bit of a gauntlet there. So yeah, we have a bonus follower. It's going to make us feel real good as he cheers for our victories. Please go away. Holy crap. So yeah, I had some troubles this week. I really wanted to get more work done. I'm still trying to work on another promotional video. We have 14 bombs. Totally spaced that out. We did steal, maim, and destroy to have all these explosives. We definitely should use them. All right, can we beat Olmec if we get there? It is so dumb the way I have failed so miserably. Oh man, what a terrible area here. But hey, we actually found the way to the side. Nice, just one more temple level. We have 14 bombs too, so we can actually just make a shaft and not require any kind of skill. Thank goodness that was triggered. Oh, I'm getting triggered from all this nonsense. All right, made it. 14 bombs. No need to resort to any kind of skill. You can just make a shaft. And I realized that there is a very fast Olmec strat you can use. You use a bunch of bombs. That's not good. Get out of my way, you scumbag. Oh my goodness, this is the absolute worst. Blah! No. I had it. What kind of awful choking is this? This is worse than the choking I did to my dearly departed ex-wife. Oh, this is absolutely terrible. The amount of Olmec choking that's happening hasn't happened since that one time I tried it and my parents had to pull out my pants and take me to the hospital. Man, this is so terrible. I am just so damn ashamed. Just like I was so ashamed in that instance. We never talk about that anymore, and we're never going to talk about this in the comment section. I want nothing but support and love for all the terrible humiliation that I am suffering today at the hands of my own incompetence. Please. I'm a very fragile individual. I cannot handle any kind of rightful criticism. You will be canceled if you dare even blow a smidgen of criticism, whether it's deserved or not, my way. I will work tirelessly to get you off the internet and hopefully off your real life as well. All right. I don't appreciate anything about this run. We got handed the victory twice. We got handed it. Spelunky was like, you know what? It's right. It's true. It's true. You haven't done speedruns in a while. You have this same time that you've had for a long time. It's time to change it. Here are the tools that you need. You just need to carry them to the exit. How much harder can it get? Not hard at all. And here I am saying, oh, I'll show you. I will show you. Just hold my beer. I will absolutely grasp the most humiliating defeat from the clutches of victory. Almost didn't get through that, but I did. I think I got through it pretty well. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I don't appreciate flying rats interfering with my progress. Stupid creatures. I thought that the creatures had become my allies. It was all a ploy to make me feel slightly more secure than before. I think we're going to bomb down because the compass is pointing straight down. We're going to go there. There's the chest. Never saw the key on the chest in one place in this entire set of runs. Don't see a black market nowhere. I don't see it nowhere. It must be somewhere. Oh, come on. I think we need this point of health. We need this point of health named Andrew. He must be saved for the good of mankind. Somehow, that worked. Ooh, ooh. Blue frog trying to cause me to have a heart attack. What a horrible jungle level. Wow. We got through it though. We got through it and we got ahead. What a guy. The greatest. Let me out of here. Stupid snail. At least this one was super easy. I'm fully concentrating on this Spelunky nonsense now. I guess we're just jumping through. Eek. What is this, bruh? What? The breath of my anal hair. That's how close I was to that plant. Please, let me through. Let my people go. It's awful. I have 0 bombs now. How am I going to get through the temple? No answer for you. I do see the exit. Ooh. Oh, I thought for sure that was the end. And that was the end. Wow. Please. Please. Give me a beautiful timestamp for that so I can remember to save it. I would appreciate that. Like, that's a sincere request. I'm going to forget it. So, oh, actually, this is not the way. This is the way. I'm going to totally forget it. This is a terrible first level. Let's just go. This is, if you're seeing weird stats, by the way, if you are one of those eagle-eyed fellas that have looked at the number of deaths right now, and like, wait a minute, those are not your deaths. You had over 1,000. I think I had well over 2,000. I don't know if that changed actually, but I fetched a save game with unlocked characters to be able to record this. My save game is not completely lost. I just, of all the things, I barely neglected to save any files, but that's something I didn't neglect to save. The Spelunky save file, because it's actually inside Steam files. It's one of the rare games that doesn't save it elsewhere. It's right there where the game gets downloaded. This run is already trashed, so might as well use this teleporter to get ourselves killed immediately, right? Managed to lose 3 points of health in the blink of an eye. We had this so hard. We really did have it. Twice. And especially the first one. Like the second one, it was a little tricky. My goodness. It was a little tricky because I messed up the... Why would I subject myself to one less rope? The second one was a little tricky with messing up the first bomb, and then the shaft was completely ruined. The first one though, we were done. It was over, and then I just managed to just mistime that rope, and it was just lost forever. And I am almost certain that that one would have definitely been over 420. I mean, under 420. We would have surpassed that record by going under the record. You know what I'm saying, brother? So, quite the loss there. Quite the loss. Feeling pretty bad. Pretty bad. But anyway, that's why my save file... What am I doing? That's why my death count and whatever the hell is different else is different. Because this is not my... I'm an imposter right now. I had to unlock Paco Spelunky. I couldn't possibly play with the default guy. That is what squares do. That's what lamers do. I'm no lamer. I'm hip. I'm with the kids. I don't mean that in any kind of upsetting way. I'm just saying that I am the cool teacher. I'm not the lame-ass teacher that gets made fun of. I'm the super cool teacher that stays you want to stay after school and just hang out with because he's so damn cool. He never gives you homework. He never touches you the way that the coach does. Like, that's always a plus. So, it's very important to respect boundaries. Respect my personal space. Personal space. Respect my personal space. It's all about my personal space. Etc., etc. Rick and Morty reference, which I will continue to defend. It's silly, okay? It's just silly. Homestuck also gets this absolutely atrocious rap because of the utterly disgusting and pathetic nature. Oh, look at stupid. That black market was so easy to get. Homestuck, though, very much an acquired taste. It's not something I would recommend for everybody. Rick and Morty, it's a quality show that just got trounced in the public perception just by virtue of being liked by all kinds of absolutely retards. So, what is this? I guess I came all the way down here. I guess we're leaving that jetpack. Well, I definitely found a way to fly through the sky anyway. Let's go through the mines. It's all good. We still have a chance. Still have a chance to get a winning run in all this nonsense. Oh boy. My failures need to be rectified. I need to make up for the utter defeat. But I guess, you know, it's just more par for the course. I am an abject failure. Actually, I am a tepid success at everything I tried to accomplish. And that's like the most stinging. That's the most stinging of it. Because if I were an utter failure, I would just give up and maybe try something new. Well, there was only so much matrix. Just put me out of my misery. Just put me out of my misery. This is awful. Oh, if I was an utter failure, I would just give up. Since I continue to tepidly succeed at the things that I try, see this very YouTube channel, it's a tepid success. See the Last of the Weekend campaign, it's a tepid success. See my work life, it's a tepid success. I wouldn't say I have failed at my day job, but it's not like it fulfills me in any meaningful way. It's just a really good day job. So my entire life is just tepid success after tepid success. And therefore, it's all that matters to me is that I need to embrace mediocrity. And know that when I die, nobody will remember me. And what is the matter with that? Huh? What's the matter with that? Why must humans be remembered? We're all going to be forgotten anyway. It's just all completely based on arbitrary evolutionary cues and nonsense. There's no real rationality of it. Not really. Like, I go back and forth with this. Let's get... Oh, we are embracing it. We're embracing the philosophical... I started just as a self-deprecating joke. We're getting for real philosophical now. It's gonna happen. Brace for impact. Where all of my facts and logic completely crush your worldview. I go back and forth about this all the time. Like every day of my life, it's an existential struggle. Oh, that was the poorest choice I ever made in starting a Spelunky level. Every day, it's an existential struggle to work out what matters and what doesn't. This is a slight exaggeration, but the point that I'm getting to is we don't matter, but we do matter. Because of the ripples of our influence are inscrutable. You never know. Let's say, even if you don't have children, let's say you put out any kind of work into the world. You may change the life of one person out there that goes on because you did that. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a vital part of their life. It just needs to be an extra detail that changed something along the way that so happened to have them do something else, that blah, blah, blah. And the chain, you know, the entire butterfly effect made it so that your presence, your existence was the key. Okay, I'll take it. Was the key difference that made them bear the child that would then discover the cure of cancer, for cancer, to say something cliche, right? And it's completely unscrutable to you. I think it's inscrutable to you. But you living makes that big of a difference. And it's so, I guess, as a matter of how much value do you what's the word? Not adjudicate is way too fancy. How much value do you give that difference? Because in the long run, we're all going to be stardust. We shall return to the... My goodness. We shall return to the wealth of the cosmos, to forever cycle until all of existence is over. So when you pull back long enough, nothing we do matters. But why would you pull it back long enough? All that matters is our perception. And the thing is, once you're dead, of course, this is if you don't believe in any kind of afterlife or permanence after death, which I don't. I just don't see human beings as fundamentally different to worms in that regard. Cats, dogs, do you think chihuahuas have an afterlife? Or not that different? Anyway, that's a completely different discussion. Off I go into another punch into the abyss. I know that these thoughts are not very well formulated right now because I'm trying to survive in a video game, and if I sat down to write it, maybe I would get it across better. But I think I'm getting the point across. A lot of life and assigning meaning to our life, especially for people that don't have, and excuse my misrepresentation or undervaluing. It's kind of like a fast track to assigning value to your life, to believe. And this is not a negative judgment, it's just an observation of reality, I think. For people that don't believe in permanence after death, any kind of spirit or going somewhere after you die, it's a bit more work of even giving yourself a reason to live, right? If you believe in Christianity, any kind of the religions, or just a general sense of I will be in some way conscious after death, well, it's a lot easier to assign value to your existence. Because you got this thing of, you know, it's like built-in set of values that you adhere to so that you get a good afterlife, and you will be able to see the results of your influence. Wow. And all that good stuff. I don't think that's as a controversial statement. It's just something that it's difficult to talk about because people might take offense. But if you're in this environment, you're 30 minutes into my Spelunky video, you're probably well aware that I engage often in this kind of discussion. It's never trying to put down. I always have to make this disclaimer. It's like, it's one of those things that I'm just talking about to figure it out, and not in any way trying to make someone else feel bad. This is like a sincere disclaimer of, you know, here I am. This is me. I'm just trying to give you things to think about and what I think about them myself. But anyway, if you don't have that, it's a lot more work intellectually. I was like, why don't I just kill myself right now? What does it matter? Well, there's a whole bunch of reasons. Like, I have never... When you're a teenager, you always consider the whole suicide question is like, what's the point? That's like the age. At least in my experience, I don't know if you guys... I would say, as a general rule, I would say most teenagers will think about that nonsense That's the age at which you realize, life is kind of weird and I need to kind of figure out what's my place in it, you know? So I wouldn't say that's a weird thing or a negative thing for teenagers to consider suicide, as long as they're not seriously attempting to do it all the time. We need to rope our way down here. So I've never attempted it, but I am quite certain a significant percentage of teenagers make some kind of attempt. I think I can, get to there. What a horrible level, by the way. It's terrible. There's the exit. Wow. Hopefully they don't succeed. I wonder what's the actual percentage of teenagers that this got a horrible dark turn. But why not keep going? What's the worst that can happen? I can just get deleted with new YouTube's new terms of service. What is this nonsense? What the? What a terrible ice case level. YouTube's new terms of service. The moment that you get controversial, you're yeeted right out of YouTube. It's just the way it works now. Sorry. Turns out that you were not making us money. See you in BitChute. When they inevitably collapse because I don't understand their business model. What is it, donations? I don't know. This is awful. This is awful. Please let me out. I'm getting flies getting shot at me. The time, I mean, it's still 3:20, so we can still make it. We can still make it. But I think I have made my position clear. Can't even bomb my way through. It's all just solid. Oh, okay. We're doing this. We're doing it live. I wanted to do it live today, but I have that time restraint. I was legitimately wanted to record some Celeste. Actually, it's just impromptu stream of Celeste. I think it's a really good game to stream because I played the first world and I was like, man, this is an excellent game. I would like to play it and record it. But I did get stuck in a few places and it took me a little while to figure out. So I think it would be a great game to stream and figure it all together in the chat. So look forward to that pretty soon. I think it will happen at some point. Okay, we have 4 bombs. Let's just do this. Going to be fine. Going to be fine. We have 3 ropes. Oh, 410 is not going to be the record. That's too bad. Not good enough. Let's put a rope here. And this time we're going to throw it right here. There we go. Yeah. 430. But we got a speedrun. Whoa. Amazing. I never finished all the philosophical nonsense, but I think I conveyed the gist of it. I conveyed the gist of it. Let's finish it up by saying I'm alive because I want to be alive. I have 0 desire to kill myself. So therefore, if I'm going to be alive, if I don't want to end it, it is a moral, psychological, and just biological imperative to make my life the absolute best I can possibly be. Because what is the point otherwise? What's the point of living otherwise? If you're not going to end it, if you're deciding, okay, I want to live for as long as I can because this is the desiring side of me. Why would you not strive to make it the absolute best you can possibly do without causing psychological strain to yourself because you're trying too hard or something? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think I have put it out right there. It's basically saying, be the best you can be if you're going to be. See you guys in the next one. Until then, check out The Last of the Wicked. It is my magnus opus. It is the most wonderful story I have ever written. It's beautifully crafted. Lots of attention put into the production of it. This is a true, real promise. You will not find, like 99% of the printed stuff today does not have the production value that this book has. And it's all made by yours truly, Uncle Blargh. He has done it all talking in the third person about himself. 100% of the work with a little bit of editing help, thanks to wonderful beta readers that nudge me in the good direction in a couple of places. Anyway, let's just I get a little distracted. Let's see what comes next. But until then, be good to your fellas in your life, whether they are rich, poor, or they have herpes.